Exciting day. I'm getting all 5 wheels and tires mounted, but let's weigh these things before we do. Of course, they're going to be lighter than the factory ones, but just the tire alone is 34.6 pounds. And yes, that's a heavy tire, but tires are heavier than wheels. Let's take one of the wheels. Obviously, that foam is not going to be that heavy. So let's put the rim on. The 18-inch wheel from Martian is 19 pounds. Very lightweight 18-inch wheel that's going to fit right over those performance brakes. It's going to look amazing. Can't wait. Now I'm off to Discount Tire to get them mounted and balanced. Discount Tire knows what they're doing with Teslas. At least the one in Mooresville. And now with the wheel on the tire, let's see how much it weighs. Roll this up onto here. 53.8. So this tire is 53.8, quite a bit lighter than the factory 21s that came on this car. Even still, with these edges here and with the tire tread, we're not going to get the same watt-hour per mile out of the car. So let's start with the tires. The tires, as you can see on the roof rack, are sponsored by Toyo. Toyo tires. They make a great off-road tire. They make a great on-road tire. It was a great partnership to start with them. I have to pay for most of these tires, but it was great to be able to have a off-road tire that is going to fit this car, because this is still considered a car. So these are very, I guess, large tires. They're larger than the factory tires. The factory 21s that were on this, and all of them, the total height is 28.4 inches. So that's from the bottom to the top. Now these are 29.6. I had some other ones on there before. Some of the longtime subscribers noticed that I changed out the wheels and tires, and those were a 30-inch tire, and those rubbed a little bit. Now these rub for a different reason now that I will fix eventually. These are Toyo Open Country AT3s. They are aggressive look. The tread is a nice meaty tread. It's an all-terrain tire. What all-terrain means, it's good all over the place, but it's not great in one thing. So these aren't going to be the best off-roading. But again, I'm not doing this as an off-road vehicle. I'm doing this as an overlanding vehicle, which is just driving off the road, or maybe on a gravel road, maybe through some trails like we're going to do this weekend, and just having fun. I'm not overcoming obstacles. I'm not going over rocks or anything like that. And that's where you would need like an RT or an MT, which is rough terrain and mud tire, or mud terrain. They don't make those tires that fit this. I was really trying to get the RT for this, but I couldn't because of the size and what Tesla does around the tire as far as the wheel well. Paired with this, as you see those green rims there, those are Martian wheels, the MW03s that a lot of people have. Now these are a little custom, not just the color, but custom offset. These stick out from the wheel well just a little bit, giving it that more aggressive look, but that's also why it's rubbing a little bit. These are 18-inch tall by 7.5-inch width rim. I wanted to go small, something that would still fit over the performance brake calipers, and that's what Martian is known for, having a 18-inch wheel that will fit over any of the performance Tesla brake calipers, as you can see here. Because this started its life as just a normal, boring performance Model Y, and has been changed quite a bit. Lift kit, tires, wheels, some other stuff I can't really say yet. Should have a lot of grip without sacrificing a lot of range. Now this, with the roof rack, does have a little bit of range loss, but normal driving without the roof rack, you lose a little bit of range. And when you go with something like this, when you go with this, a look like this, you're not going for range. That's what a lot of people are concerned about, is what's this is going to do to my range. Well, you look at those lifted Jeeps, those people aren't doing anything for range. Those affect the range. The only good part about lifting a gas car is there's gas stations all over the place. Now this is the first trip I took to come out here, 225 miles, and yes, I did use 100 kilowatts of power, but that's mainly because of that tire on the top. Normally it would be a lot less. Driving around like this, the way it is around town, I'm averaging 340, I think it was 340 or 350 watt hours per mile. This trip out here, going 70, 75 miles an hour with that stuff on top, it was 450 watt hours per mile. So not the best efficiency. I'm going to try on the way home, as long as I don't get that tire super muddy, I'm going to try to put that inside the car along with the recovery boards up there and see what the watt hour per mile is going home, and see what that difference is. Also, as you might be able to see, they do stick out a little bit from the car, and that's causing some drag as well. So that's affecting the range. So this has a custom offset for this build. And I talked to Drew from Martian Wheels, and we designed this a little bit. I spaced it out a little bit, but I was a little too ambitious with the spacing. But if you went with just the regular 18 by 7.5 or 19 by 7.5, you can get some 19-inch wheels like this. You would have no problem with any rubbing or anything like that. So I highly recommend Toyo tires, Martian wheels, the MW03s, whether they're custom or not. There's custom options as far as colors through Martian as well. Definitely check out the links below and customize your car a little bit. Make it look different. I mean, it doesn't have to look this different, but make it look different from everyone else's so you know whose car is whose in the parking lot. I'm never gonna have that issue. Never. And of course, if you're gonna do this, you're gonna lift the car as well. And I have a lift kit from Mountain Pass Performance. Now these are just spacers that go on top of the struts to lift the vehicle up. So I still have the stock suspension, the stock performance suspension, which I'm probably gonna change out eventually. It gives it an 1.5 inch lift. Doesn't void your warranty, neither do the wheels or tires. I've already talked to Tesla on this. In fact, after I lifted the vehicle, Tesla was actually going to align the vehicle for me, but it was just too long of a wait. I ended up going to a certified body shop. So check out the links below and order your wheels, get your tires like this, and look, it made it look like I was off-road, but I'm just behind the building here. Anyway, as always, stay awesome, stay positive, and I'm gonna go have some fun now. I'm gonna get this set up. Should I do a setup video, what I do for off-roading? I'm gonna show you some special features I have on this, like the lights and some other stuff. Let's do that in the next video. I'll see you on that one. Subscribe, don't miss it.